This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 16th day of August in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. A total of 44 persons have been killed by fires so far for this year, with 4 of those deaths recorded in the past 2 days. The number represents an increase when compared to those who died tragically as a result of fires in 2022. In 2022, a total of 9 persons lost their lives in fires. Speaking to News Source just outside of his Brigham office today, the Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben said the Madia Secondary School dormitory fire that claimed the lives of 20 children, including a 5-year-old boy, is one of the primary reasons for the increased deaths as a result of fires. He said the majority of the fires were maliciously set or caused as a result of the malfunctioning of age-old electrical systems.
Yes, there's an increase in fires, much of it related to arson or malicious setting of fires. We had the 2 incidents, well, the particular one in Linden yesterday morning. Early I ran up there and then I had to go to Essequibo. There is, of course, an ongoing issue with aged electrical wiring in homes. Many homes have wiring which is 20 or 30 years old, and the more equipment or appliances you put in it, it becomes a problem. And if you leave it running without paying attention, those electrical issues, the malicious setting of fires and arson, those are the particular reasons.
The Home Affairs Minister also said that sadly the increase in fires is being recorded despite the best efforts of the Guyana Fire Service to raise greater awareness among the population on various fire prevention measures that should be implemented in both domestic and commercial settings.
We are disappointed, of course, is that there hasn't been sufficient responses in terms of the advice we've been giving publicly. The Guyana Fire Service has been doing public outreaches every week. They have to markets, places where most people are. They have been doing visits to schools. Now, when the school reopens just now, they will be again doing the visitations and drills and other activities to bring up awareness.
He said following the 2 deadly fires in Linden and Good Hope Essequibo, the Guyana Fire Service signaled its intention to ramp up its awareness programs, utilizing all streams of communication, including the use of social media. As a first step, persons are being urged to install smoke detectors and fire extinguishers in their homes and businesses.
We are emphasizing again the need for people to put in homes smoke alarms and fire detectors. It is the simplest of things. The fire in Good Hope, of course, the main fire station we have there, the only one really on the coast, the Essequibo coast, is at Anna Regina. And the distance between the source of the fire at Good Hope and Anna Regina resulted in a 20-minute elapsed time to get to the scene. By then, the only thing one could have done was to out the flames and to make recoveries. But the critical issue, even in Georgetown, where the fire stations are close around in a heavily populated area, if there is a fire in your home and if the home is grilled, if you cannot get out within 3 to 5 minutes, you will likely die or be seriously injured as a result of fire.
Meanwhile, the acting fire chief, Gregory Wickham, confirmed to News Source that the number of fires have also increased when compared to 2022. According to him, the Guyana Fire Service has recorded a total of 1,085 fires between January 1 and the 14th of August this year, compared to a total of 686 fires for the same period last year. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say, but now that it's here, it will change life forever, and it is here to stay. The future is now, transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fiber. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fiber is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
Oh my lord. I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup.
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
Having your own car means peace of mind.
Having your own car means comfort and convenience.
Having your own car means freedom to get there on your own time.
It's Deal on Wheels at Republic Bank. It's time to get that new vehicle or upgrade to a better one with Republic. Super low rates and low down payment. Up to 8 years to repay and great prizes. Come in to Republic Bank today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Guyana, the International Building Expo is back. The advances made in the housing, construction, and infrastructure sector is everyone's business. Come down to the Guyana National Stadium from Thursday, August 24th through Sunday, August 27th and get a glimpse of the latest in building techniques. Interact with service providers in the sector and financial institutions. Make it a family affair and bring the kids too. Enjoy free entry during our grand opening night on August 24th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Admission fee applies after 8 p.m. Gates open at 11 a.m. daily from August 25th to 27th. Admission easy. Adults $500 and kids under 12 free.
I love this place. Guyana. Oh no, welcome to Building Expo.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
Are you looking for the best high school education at affordable fees? Then register your child today at the VYC Academy. Now enrolling grades 7, 8, and 9 students for the 2023-2024 academic year. VYC Academy, achieving academic excellence. For more information, call us on 227-1013 or WhatsApp us at 613-4806.
Strong and solid in countries far and wide. New India Assurance, we're standing by your side. Golden service, half a century and more. New India Assurance, our policies are secure. From the heart of India, we serve these islands. The strength that you can trust, you're safe when you come to
New India Assurance Company. Assurance when you need it most.
For your home, motor or business insurance, visit New India Guyana office, 58 Brickdam next to Star Computers. Telephone 226-0415-7. Comfortable parking available.
Welcome back. Let's turn our attention now to the oil and gas sector. Warning that Guyana could be heading down a dangerous path, the opposition member of parliament responsible for the petroleum sector, David Patterson, said any mishandling of the wide-ranging powers reposed on a single person under the just-passed Petroleum Activities Bill could negatively impact the development of the country's oil and gas industry.
It is unwise. It is unwise. I mean, there is no country other than dictatorships where the power resides in an individual, elected or not. The idea is obviously for a country like Guyana, and we because we're fortunate because we started this oil and gas exploration at a late stage. I mean, countries been producing oil for hundreds of years. I mean, so by now we are the benefit of all the best practices and the do's and the don'ts. And all the do's and the don'ts don't allow us to do that.
The Petroleum Activities Bill, which was passed in the National Assembly last Thursday, reposes in the minister responsible for the petroleum sector wide-ranging powers, which include the power to approve or disapprove permits and license to operate in the sector. Additionally, under the legislation, the minister can grant approval for a license based on a process of competitive tendering or direct negotiation in cases where the minister, acting under directions of cabinet, determines that special circumstances exist, which in the national interest or national security justifies the use of direct negotiation. However, MP Patterson said that such a system could result in abuse and lead to issues relating to the lack of transparency and accountability in the awarding process.
There was a Middle Eastern sheikh that came to the country, and he came with his private jet and 3 friends, and then he left with a $40 million. He came to look at housing infrastructure and so forth, nothing. And he left the country with a $40 million contract to supply Sputnik vaccines. No procurement, nothing at all. The cabinet just said this is an emergency. Obviously, and obviously that can happen again with the oil and gas industry. That the minister can say that the cabinet have asked me to approve this, and we have a history of contracts awarded like that.
Additionally, he said the legislation fails to address a number of critical issues relating to climate change and the environment and the agriculture sector, including the fishing industry. But Attorney General Anil Nandlal, during his weekly program Issues in the News, said the governance model proposed by the opposition is not practical.
Is either you have a commission and the commission is reposed with the power, or you have a minister. But you can't have a commission that becomes a rubber stamp of the minister.
And pointing to neighboring Trinidad and Tobago, the Attorney General said there are a number of oil-producing nations whose oil and gas sector is led by a minister and not a commission.
And the one that we chose is the one that Trinidad has, for example. There is no commission in the Trinidad bill or the Trinidad law. The Trinidad law has been there for 100 years. As I said in my presentation, one can argue that Trinidad didn't manage the proceeds of the industry, or one can argue that they did manage it intelligently and diligently. But no one can dispute that the industry in Trinidad has been a success story.
However, Mr. Nandlal said the Irfan Ali administration has not ruled out the notion of there being a National Petroleum Commission in the country. He said now is just not the time for such a body.
We made it very clear that once we come out of the embryonic stages of the industry and the infrastructure is up and running and the industry itself is up and running, that we will move to a commission at a later stage. But at this point in time, the government wants to ensure that the industry is up and running.
The Petroleum Activities Bill replaced the Petroleum Exploration and Production Act of 1986 and is intended to strengthen the country's regulatory framework. In an attempt to address the growing need for skilled and certified persons in a number of areas, including the budding oil and gas industry, the University of Guyana has been expanding its programs to meet the needs of the country as it experiences unprecedented growth. In an interview with News Source, the Vice Chancellor at the University of Guyana, Professor Dr. Paloma Mohammed, said within the last 3 years, the university introduced a total of 21 new programs to meet the demands of the country. An Associate of Science in Petroleum Engineering and a Bachelor of Science in Supply Chain Management are among the new disciplines introduced by the university.
So within the last 3 years, we have created 21 different programs within the university where there were gaps and we didn't have people training before. So we have done that. So things like supply chain, for instance, petroleum engineering, chemical engineering, etc. Those programs which might have been nascent or non-existent, we have been doing those.
All the new areas of study that have been introduced at the University of Guyana include a Bachelor of Science degree in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship, Bachelor of Science in Marketing, and Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science. Given the additional programs that are currently being offered, the university has increased its annual intake.
We are trying our very best to increase our intake in programs that are in high demand. And so you would note that over the last 3 years, we have increased our intake by about 1,000 students a year to ensure that we're adding that number of students to the labor pool in the country.
In February of last year, the University of Guyana graduated over 2,000 students from 50 disciplines. That number is likely to increase this year. The Vice-Chancellor said that the university has also been working closely with a number of national and international institutions in the area of policy development. Those institutions include a number of government ministries like the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Ministry of Labor. On Monday, the Foreign Secretary Robert Passol warned that the country's lack of human resources has the potential to stymie the growth and development that should be taking place in the country.
The GRA will commence the registration of electric motorcycles from July 4, 2023. Present your electric motorcycle and the following documents to complete the registration: completed motor vehicle application form, purchase receipt or affidavit of loss, purchase receipt, and a valid ID. These documents and your electric motorcycle should be presented to the Licensed Revenue Office at Lamaha Railway Embankment or any of the 8 integrated regional tax offices across the country. It costs $750 to register your electric motorcycle, and the revenue license fee ranges from $1,250 to $2,500 based on the weight of the electric motorcycle. You will be given a 3-month grace period to register your electric motorcycle from July 4, 2023. Remember, you must be the holder of a valid driver's license to drive an electric motorcycle on the roadways. GRA, your partner in development.
Your health, safety, and security are paramount. In 2023, $2 billion is being invested to expand the Safe Country initiative to regions 3 and 6 and is geared towards improving the detection of criminal activities with the use of ICT solutions. Funds earned from oil production are supporting initiatives such as these to bolster the crime-fighting efforts of the Guyana Police Force through the provision and installation of intelligent video surveillance sites.
Traveling soon? Then come into John Lewis Styles on Waterloo Street and let's help you choose the right set of luggage. You can choose to buy 3-piece luggage sets or separate pieces, but the sets are always a better deal. Either available in soft poly or ABS hard side material with 4-wheeled spinners and in many colors too. Also available are carry-on luggage, computer bags, duffel bags, backpacks, travel pillows, blankets, and lots more to make your trip enjoyable. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Guyana, the International Building Expo is back. The advances made in the housing, construction, and infrastructure sector is everyone's business. Come down to the Guyana National Stadium from Thursday, August 24th through Sunday, August 27th and get a glimpse of the latest in building techniques. Interact with service providers in the sector and financial institutions. Make it a family affair and bring the kids too. Enjoy free entry during our grand opening night on August 24th from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Admission fee applies after 8 p.m. Gates open at 11 a.m. daily from August 25th to 27th. Admission easy. Adults $500 and kids under 12 free.
I love this place. Guyana. Oh no, welcome to Building Expo.
Having your own car means peace of mind.
Having your own car means comfort and convenience.
Having your own car means freedom to get there on your own time.
It's Deal on Wheels at Republic Bank. It's time to get that new vehicle or upgrade to a better one with Republic. Super low rates and low down payment. Up to 8 years to repay and great prizes. Come in to Republic Bank today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Declaring that there are no more residential house lots available to be allocated on the east bank of the Marara, Housing Minister Colin Crowell has indicated that the focus will now be shifted to schemes along the East Coast corridor. The minister made those remarks during a visit to several new and existing housing schemes on the east bank of the Marara, where infrastructural works to the tune of over $19 billion are ongoing. The Central Housing and Planning Authority is currently pushing infrastructural works at several new and existing housing schemes on the east bank of the Marara, even as it acknowledges the complaints from a number of citizens who have been allotted house lots but are still unable to begin occupying those lots because of the absence of infrastructure. The Housing Ministry said more than 5,000 low, moderate, and middle-income residential house lots and industrial commercial lots spanning some 1,700 acres of land are covered under the current projects that are being undertaken. The Housing Minister said works are moving apace to ensure citizens can begin the construction of their new homes. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal recently conducted a public awareness session on restorative justice at Bushlat in Berbice as part of the activities under the Criminal Justice System program. Restorative justice is an approach that seeks to repair the harm caused by the offender by providing an opportunity for the victim and the perpetrator to interrogate the issue which caused the problem and make amends either by the payment of compensation or in such terms agreed upon by the parties. Earlier this year, the Parliament enacted the Restorative Justice Bill as a measure to overcome prison overcrowding. Significantly, restorative justice allows the lay public, such as community leaders, religious leaders, and teachers, to play a central role, both in the formal legal system as well as outside of the legal system. The Attorney General explained that in the formal legal system, cases will be referred either by the magistrate or the Director of Public Prosecutions to trained restorative justice officers located within each magisterial district, and those persons will manage the engagement between the perpetrator and the victims. The Attorney General also clarified that restorative justice concept is not open to all criminal offenses, but a few minor or petty offenses, which can be dealt with at the community level. In that regard, offenses such as murder, manslaughter, rape, robberies, sexual offenses, offenses involving minors, and other violent offenses are exempted from restorative justice.
Did you know that Gassi's Jet A1 fuel is a type of aviation fuel specially formulated for turbine engines? Jet A1 fuel is safer to handle and transport than any other fuel types due to its high flash point and low volatility. It also boasts a high energy content, enhancing aircraft performance and efficiency. So whether traveling for business or pleasure, choose Guyana's Jet A1 fuel for a safe, reliable, and efficient flight.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? And you know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack. And the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
No. The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait. I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, man. You didn't know that? Yes. All self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor of the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall in the region. The opposition in Trinidad and Tobago, UNC, got 173,961 votes, the highest number in Monday's local government election, but there was a lower voter turnout of 30.34% than there was in the 2019 local government election. However, on Tuesday, the Election and Boundaries Commission, EBC, initiated recounts in 12 areas based on requests made by UNC. PNM also requested recounts in 2 areas. The preliminary figures on the 141 electoral areas of the 14 regional corporations were released by the Election and Boundaries Commission on Tuesday. The PNM and UNC tied for control of 7 corporations each, the same result as the 2019 local government elections. More than 1 million people were eligible to vote in Monday's election. However, according to the EBC, only 30.34% of the voters went to the polls. The United Kingdom's High Commissioner to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean has confirmed that Antigua and Barbuda passport holders currently do not need to apply for an electronic travel authorization (ETA) or a visa to enter and transit through British ports of entry. High Commissioner Scott Ferguson Wood gave the assurance when he met Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Gaston Browne recently. In a statement, the High Commission in St. James said the High Commissioner assured PM Browne that despite circulating reports, the global implementation of the UK's electronic travel authorization system has not yet started. Its global rollout will start in October, with Antigua and Barbuda's at a yet-to-be-confirmed date in 2024. And finally tonight, international news. Thousands of Muslims in a city in Pakistan have set fire to churches and vandalized homes belonging to Christians over claims that 2 men had desecrated the Quran, police say. The attacks took place in Jaranwala in the province of Eastern Punjab. Police said at least 4 churches had been set on fire, while residents said up to a dozen buildings connected to churches had been damaged. Blasphemy is punishable by death in Pakistan. No one has ever been executed for it, but dozens have previously been killed by mobs after being accused of the crime. The Muslim community is believed to make up over 96% of Pakistan's population. Police making the case against the 2 Christian men say they found pages of the Quran, the holy book of Islam, with derogatory remarks written in red, Reuters reported. Amir Mir, the information minister for Punjab province, condemned the alleged blasphemy and said in a statement that thousands of police had been sent out to the area and dozens of people had been detained.
And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.